Hey, Anil Gunjal here. Going to get going here in a few minutes. Just waiting for folks to log in. We'll be starting here in a few minutes, and I will do my screen share, and we can get going. Let's see who we have on. We got Lindsay on. I see Stephen, Eduardo. Excellent. Just let me know if you can hear me okay. I also have it up running on my phone. Okay, great. Eduardo can hear me. Awesome. I like to keep my webinars under 30 minutes, so hopefully we can run through this quick and give you the value you guys need. And then with any other follow-ups, I'd like to make this into a little series. And then, we can continue adding more and more to this. We'll get started here exactly at 8 o'clock. I have a couple of slides I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to walk you through some of the basics on what you really need. Let me just move the mic closer so you can hear me. If for a reason I clip out, see Richard has joined, Scott has joined. We got Steve and Eduardo. People are piling in now. And we'll get the show on the road. So excited to have you guys here. Hopefully I can show you what I've been doing and what's been working, and you can actually learn from some of the mistakes I've made. A lot of tweaking has been done with this, with what I've been doing. This is really good if you're on a very, very, very tight budget, where you can build a quick fan page and boost some posts and start getting some traffic. Especially if you don't have money to buy solo ads and things. So let me shut that off. Let me shut my phone off. Let me start my screen share so you can see, where is it? Control panel. Let's get the screen share. PowerPoint. Okay. Guys can see my screen okay? All right, awesome. All right, so let's get going. I wanted to show you today some of the abilities to leverage Facebook ads. I had a lot of questions from my team. Had a lot of questions from a couple of the folks on Facebook on what we've been doing. So I wanted to quickly run you through what I've learned, show you basically what I've been doing, and how you can leverage this today in whatever you're promoting. So really, depending on your offer, there's different ways to do this, and I'll show you some of the key things I've learned and a lot of my lessons that have been learned. So we'll talk a little bit about myself really quick to show you who I am. We'll talk about how to leverage Facebook ads, how to actually build a fan page. I'm actually going to take you out on the internet and show you how we're going to do that. Also going to show you how to build an audience and actually build the ad. And like I said, I want to keep this under 30 to 40 minutes, so we have enough time for questions. And I know it's late in the evening, so I want to make sure be cognizant of your time. So we'll cover these things, especially the audience piece. That's the one that I've been struggling. in the beginning, and now, I'll show you different ways of doing it. And Facebook is very smart, where they have a lot of data that they've collected, not only the data that we give them, but they also buy data from different sources. So there's a lot of data there that they have, and we can leverage that. So a little bit about myself. I've been on online marketing for now the last 5 years. There's a bunch of you on the phone that I've known for quite a while. The last business I've started, I have a team of over 250 people. And I've moved away. I used to be a big solo ad fan. Used to do everything through solo ads. But recently what I've done is I've moved everything. I'm trying to use Facebook ads as my primary source. It's not my only source. And the reason I like Facebook ads, and I'm starting to get accustomed to them, is really the audience that you can target. You can get very specific, and we'll talk a little bit about that and how you can leverage the exact folks, the exact people that your offer is. And the one mistake I see everyone make, and I've done this also, is that you try to target everybody. And if you start to target everyone, it's going to be very difficult on getting sales. So, before we even build a fan page, I want to talk about, who you are targeting. And you've probably heard this term, avatar. Rupali is saying my voice keeps cutting out. Let me know if that is better. Rupali, can you, is that better, or is it still cutting out? Okay. So basically, when you're targeting someone for your ads or your business or your offer, there are different characteristics of that avatar. And we call that person an avatar, is that person that you're trying to go for, right? I'll show you somebody, I'll show you what I've done and who I kind of go after. But, you really got to get inside the heads of your avatar and who you're targeting, right? If you're telling me you're going to target people that want an online business, it's way too broad, right? So basically, what you need to do is you need to figure out who your buyer is. You need to really get into their heads. And by that I mean you need to know their gender, you need to know their age, their marital status, their education. If you were that person, where would you be hanging out? What Facebook groups would you be in? What magazines would you be reading? What music would you be listening to? I mean, all the way down to, what do they eat even, right? What's their favorite cuisine? What kind of background are they in? What do they do? Are they in sales? Are they in real estate? Are they online? Are they work from home moms? So all those things you really got to ask yourself, what might that particular person's dreams be, right? And remember, we're in the business of providing a service. So when you look at their current situation, you got to assess where their pain is, because your solution, your service, your product, whatever you're offering them is going to be a solution for that pain, right? And what do they fear? You really got to get into their head. And what I do is when I have a particular offer or a particular ad that I want to put together, I actually get like 3 sheets of paper and I just sit down for good 20-30 minutes and I write down what their age is, where they'd be hanging out. Are they married? Do they have kids? How many kids do they have? Are their kids about to go to college? Are they not in college? And sometimes, like I do, I target people like myself, right? I wanted to get online business, so I target myself. So I sit down and I say, okay, I'm this age, I have 2 kids, I'm married, I drive this type of car, I have this type of house, I live, in the suburbs, I like this type of food, what my dreams are, why I want to get out of corporate America, right? That's my pain, right? That was my pain. I want to get out of corporate America. I'm tired of making other people rich. I want to start making myself money. And so you got to ask all those questions. And once you have that avatar in your mind, you can then say, okay, great. Now I can start targeting those people even before you build a fan page, because your fan page could be generic, but you might want to go after people that are your avatar so they can relate to your posts. And we'll get more into in the next couple of slides on what you need in a fan page and all this. Just keep this in mind. This is all going to come together, and you'll understand why this is important. So first thing you want to do before you start building ads, in the old days you could boost a post, or you could do a bunch of ads from your personal page. I personally like to kind of separate my business from my personal page. Not too much. I do a little bit. I like to put my kids' pictures up on my personal page. Some of the lifestyle pictures, and you can attract people because they see you're a real person. But when I'm on my fan page, that's a whole different persona for me. It's more for the people that I target, right? So one mistake I see, big mistake I see people do on their fan pages is whatever business you're promoting or whatever you're doing, don't brand that as your, don't brand your company as your fan page, right? So if you're an XYZ digital marketing, don't put their logo and splash their logo all over the place, right? You want to brand yourself, right? Remember that people join people, right? So they're not joining you because you're in that particular company. What you want to do is you want to brand yourself, right? And with that, you want to include professional looking pictures. You could, have somebody take pictures for you if you've got a good, even the iPhones now have great, high megapixels, and you can have one of your family members or your friends take some pictures, put on something nice and nice background. You can do, different types of settings in the phones. You can use, the free apps that they have and make them look really professional looking. Or, if you have the funds, you can go hire someone, but, we're trying to save money here. So make sure you have good, professional, clear looking pictures. You also want to have some lifestyle pictures. Maybe your family went on vacation or you went somewhere, especially if you went to a event, right? If you went to a company event, people like to see that you're a leader and you're out there. Maybe you can do some interviews. You could put videos. Videos is a huge, huge thing right now. And we're going to talk a little bit about videos and how you can really leverage videos on your fan page. So definitely get some lifestyle pictures, get some type of videos that you can put on your page. And also, you want to break it up, at 80-20, right? You want to have 80% value, 20% pitch, right? Don't make your fan page and have every single, come to this, come to that, join my team. People are going to get turned off from that. So you want to put some value posts there. And I put Instagram on there. And the reason is, I have my business Instagram page tied to my Facebook page. And since, Facebook bought Instagram, they make a lot of that integration very easy. So if you have a Instagram page, when you post something on your Instagram app, you can automatically share it to your Facebook fan page, not just your personal page, but your fan page. And what that does is when you put the value on Instagram, it automatically puts it on there on your fan page. And what you're accomplishing is, one, you're getting the value out there. Two, it's an instant post, so you don't have to create content twice. And three, you could get your fans on your fan page attracted and follow you on Instagram. So, it's a triple whammy there that you can do. Some of the other things you want to do, you should have an about section, and you should tell your story, who you are, what you're doing. I'm just looking at Rupali's question. So Rupali, yeah, you can brand, what I'm saying is, you can brand yourself as something like I've branded myself to Freedom Hustle. What I'm saying is don't brand yourself with the company that you're promoting today, right? Things happen, people change companies, and then you have this whole brand around, a company that, either went away or you decided not to promote anymore. Most people prefer to brand their name. Most of the leaders will tell you brand your name, but when you have a difficult name like mine, it's a little hard to do. And more people are starting to associate with me with the Freedom Hustle. I was at a wedding a couple of weeks ago, and a couple of people said to me, "Hey, Freedom Hustle, what's up?" So that brand is starting to resonate with me. So if you have something like the Millionaire Spirit or something, you can brand that as yourself. Just don't brand it with the company that you're promoting today. That's really what I'm trying to say. Also, your about section, make sure you tell your story in there. And then the contact information. That's a really, really big one. Make sure you have your contact information. Make sure you have your website. If you have a blog going there, try not to put any promotional links in there. I just find that when you have a whole bunch of links and you're just pushing people to an offer, they're going to get turned off and not really see the value there. So that's it. That's about the fan pages. We will come back and talk a little bit more about avatars. I'm going to show you a sample avatar. I'm also going to give you a bonus at the end of here. I found this website. If you're having issues with the copy and the way you're writing things and you don't have to sound great, it's a free website I'm going to give you at the end. It's really awesome. I just discovered it this week, and I'll share that with you. So let's stop this and let's go now. I'm going to share my desktop. Let me just take a double check here. Make sure there's no other questions. Where we go? Any other questions? Nope. Everyone okay so far? So let me ask everybody a question here. How many have used Facebook ads before? Let me know so I know what I'm dealing with. A poll should pop up. Let me know your answer so I'll get an idea of yep, okay. About 50-50. Okay. Awesome. It's a good mix. All right, excellent. So let's go right to, I'm going to share my entire screen. I love when that happens. Okay, so can you guys see my Facebook page? Okay. Let me just make sure you can see it. Did I disable the, hold on. All right, so what you basically want to do here is, if you see on the side of your page, you will see a thing that says create page. So what I like to do is since we're branding ourselves, we're branding our, personal person, we're branding a person, not a company. So you want to go to public figure, and the category I like to do is entrepreneur, because that's what we're doing. And, you can choose your name. You can choose your name as, just Anil Gunjal, or, if you want to brand your name like that, or you can do, I have things like Freedom with Anil. I have that page, freedom, let's call it Freedom Like Anil, okay? Just for purposes here. Then you click on Get Started. Here you want to put a nice little description here on what you do, helping others make money online. And you can come back and fix this. You can always, what Facebook does is they can give you a unique username. What that does is it makes you a lot easier when you want to share your page. So like I might want to call this, Freedom Like Anil, right? Or whatever your name is. And they usually give you that information. So the other thing you want to do is you want to put up a nice picture. So what I did was I saved a nice picture here, right? Something lifestyle-y, maybe something on the beach. Again, depending on what kind of avatar you're going after. Of course, Facebook is going to be very slow for me. I'm on a webinar. Why isn't that working? Open. Okay, looks like it's not working today. So, but you would add. Oh, I did add the picture. Okay, You can add it to your favorites, so you can always find it, right? And in the preferred audiences, most of the business opportunities that we go after, the only thing I want to do is make sure it's 18 and over. You don't want anyone underage coming onto your site. So once you save that, now your site, your page is ready, right? So now another thing you want to do here is you want to add a cover photo. So I have added that also. I put in a picture, another lifestyle picture. You can add whatever you want. You can come back and change it. Then I'll go to edit page information. I'll put a description. I'd like to put my phone number. The one thing you can do is you don't have to put your actual phone number. I'll go to Google Voice and I'll create a Google Voice number, which gets forwarded to your cell phone. It is nice to have, a cell number on there. I can't tell you how many people have called me and all they wanted to do was to make sure I was a real person. Also, you can put your email address on here. I get people emailing me sometimes asking for information. So you want to put a description in here. You can put all types of good information in here. There's also this function of add a button. It's a nice way to get in touch with you or learn more. Call us now, contact us now, sign up. What I've done on my blog, on my fan page, I'll show it to you right now. Let me just open another page here. If you look at my Freedom Hustle page, what I've done is I've created and I did this for free on Canva, canva.com. I created my logo. I had a logo already. I created this with the background. And basically what I do is to get people on my list. An easy way to get people on your list. I hope you all are building a list. Somebody, I think Richard asked me for my video today. I'll send that to you, Richard. As you're building a list, that's your gold mine, right? That is your raw material for your business that people are going to follow you. And basically what you want to do is you want to offer something for free. People are giving you their email address. So basically what you want to do is you want to give them a free book, a free, something free, a free audio, a free video showing them something. And basically what that does is it gives them, entices them to sign up. Not only do you get them on your list, but they're a more qualified lead. So you can create something like this. Canva. Is this different than a fan page or the same? Yeah, this is a business fan page. Yep, exactly, Rupali. It just separates your business from your, personal page if you want to keep it separated. So if we go back, you can add something here if you like, or you can leave it like that. So now that you have your fan page created, you can play with this. You can add some, posts there, especially in the beginning. You want to promote this. You want to, you can invite your friends to like it, and just start getting it out there and start putting content on there. You now also have the ability to do Facebook Lives. Once you have enough followers, enough likes on here, you can actually do Facebook Lives right from your fan page. And what I see most people do is they'll do their fan page, they'll do their videos here, share them on their personal page, and that just drives more traffic to your fan page. So next thing I wanted to cover, right? So now let's say, I've created this fan page, and I want to decide, hey, what's my avatar that I want to go after, right? Here's what I did. I did a sample avatar. So what I'm thinking here is a male, 35 to 45, who's into motivational and entrepreneurial stuff. He likes luxury cars. He loves to travel, watches the History Channel, makes about $75,000 a year, and is in the sales, in the sales field, right? They're already in sales, so they know about commission. They know about how to make money. So, this would be a sample avatar that I might go after, right? So now that I have my fan page built, what I want to do now is I want to build what Facebook calls an audience, right? So if you click down here on the arrow, you go to manage ads, and on top here, what you would do is you would click over here on top of manage ads. You go to all tools, and this is what Facebook has basically created for us, right? It's called Audience Insights. So like I was mentioning before, what they have done is they have taken all the data that we give when we create an account, right? We put in if we're married, where we live, if we have any kids, what we do for work, what companies we work for. We give them a ton of information. Also, what they do is I don't want to say the word track, but they see what our habits are. They do analytics on what websites we're going to, what all our likes are, what groups we're in. They do all this, and they build analytics around it. Also, what they do is they buy traffic and they buy data from other companies, right? Just to see behaviors and how we can target the right ads. Sometimes you'll go on, say you're on Best Buy, and you're searching a new TV. You come back on Facebook, boom, there's all the TV ads, right? You're like, how did that happen? That's all the analytics are built in there. So basically what you want to do is you want to build a audience, right? So you would target everyone on Facebook, and these are all the insights that Facebook gives you, and it's really clever the way they do it. So let me just bring this over here. So now, when I said I wanted to target males, and I can actually put in here who I want to target, I can go to the exact age. I can go age 35 to 45 is what I decided I want to target, and I wanted to target all men. So already, this is the key here, how many active people there are a month on Facebook with your demographics. Typically, what I like to also do is I like to go after people that are in English-speaking countries. So I'll go with Canada. I'll go with United Kingdom. Go with United States, right? Those are the three that I like to target. Then here you have an interest box, and this is where it starts to get very, very interesting. So like I said, I wanted somebody who was into motivational, okay? And based on just that, there's 900K to 1 million men between the ages of 34 to 45 on Facebook that like or that have an interest of motivational, right? 84% of all men on Facebook have some interest there. Now, here's where it gets very interesting. If you go on page likes, it actually shows you what type of pages that male would like, right? He would like bourbon, this 1792 bourbon. Clothing would be Stacey Adams. He likes Stupid Rich. Some of these things I don't even know. Health and wellness, testosterone, nation. These are the websites he would like. These are the cars websites. And these are all different targeting that you can put in here to really narrow down the type of person you're going after. And it gets even interesting is that they have these page likes and they have this affinity score. So what this affinity score is telling you is that if you target someone, a male, that's 34 to 45, that likes motivational, but if you also add 1792, sometimes what happens is these are not there, right? So the bourbon one is not there. They just haven't indexed it and gone into it. But if I look at Sheer Strength Labs, maybe that'll be there. Oh, that's not there either. So you just go down the line. Man's Life. Okay, it's not going to be in there either. So what we want to do is, in that case, if it's not showing up there, actually Stacey Adams might. Oh, not going to work for me today. So I could do things like I could add FanDuel. Okay, has an interest. Now it went up to 1 million to 1.5 million. And let's look at this affinity rules again. Okay, now you can just start adding more into there that you want to target, right? Like I had said, I liked, it was a male 35 to 45, motivational. They're like luxury cars, right? And I can start typing out BMW, Lexus, Mercedes. So as you can see now, I'm trying to narrow down more of the person that I like. Now this is going up because there's more people that I can target, right? But I can look at these affinity rules still and see, okay, I'm in the right ballpark. What I like to do is I like to keep it around 1 million from some of the testing I've done. So basically what you can do now is, okay, now I have all these men that I'm targeting with these interests, right? Now I can start narrowing it down even more, because remember, I wanted to say that, I want men that are, from a work perspective, they're in sales. Okay, so now I've really narrowed it down. I probably narrowed it down more than I wanted to, right? But you get the gist. So that is something I would take out because I want to keep it at least 1 million. Something else I might want to do is education. Are they in high school? Relationship status. I want to make sure they're married, right? So it's calculating right now. 700 to 800 is probably a very good targeted audience that I can go after. So once I'm satisfied with this, I will hit save. And you want to keep it with something that you remember what you did. Male 35, 45, motivational. And you'll see we'll come back to this, okay? Now my audience is saved. So now what I want to do is I want to create an ad. So there's two things I can do. Let me go back to the page that I made. Freedom like a meal. So for folks that have a limited budget, right? If you don't have a lot of money and you want to spend just $5, what I would do is I would actually create a small ad, or I would create something motivational here, right? And I'll take one of my Freedom Hustle posts that I've done, and I would just upload a picture, and I'll go to, let me just go to my, let me just, so this is the one I did today, right? It was about mistakes, okay? Do you agree, like, and share? This is something very, very simple, okay? So now this is posted on my Facebook group, the page, right? This is my first article that I've posted. And you could post about a few, you could post a few motivational, inspirational ones. What I like to do is do about 3 inspirationals. The 4th one I like to do is a pitch, right? So I would post a few of these. I'll show you some examples that I've done today to get some people interested. And then it's simply, all you have to do is click Boost Post, right? You can do it right from here. You can spend $5 for the whole week, right? So now I can say the people that I targeted. Remember, we made that men 35 motivational. There it is, right? These are just some of the stuff that I have. You could run it for a day. You could run it for 5 days. Say $5, okay? And it will tell you, if you run this for a day, for 5 days, you'll reach about 1,100 people. 7 days is too long, too short. And all you do is hit boost, and your ad will start running, right? That's a very, very simple way to get people to your page. So there's another couple of tricks I'm going to show you here. Now, once you hit boost, I'm not going to actually boost this one. You can do this just to get traction, to get activity, to get people to like your page, okay? Once they like it, not everybody is going to like your page. So what you can do is I'll go to my Freedom Hustle one, and I'll show you an example that I did while the internet is really slow. It might be the webinar thing. My internet's usually not this slow. Come on. give it a minute here, it'll load up. So you see, I posted this today. I did a boost. I have 8 cents left for this webinar today. You know, I had 13 people like it. So what you can do is, once people have started liking or sharing your post, you can actually click on it, and you see I've invited them. You can actually invite them to like your page. So as people are liking your post, you can just keep hitting like, invite, 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 and you'll see before you know it, you'll have 200-300 likes right away, okay? So that's one way to do a boost post. Another way to do a post is, I'll show you this other page that I have, Freedom with Anil. It looks very similar. I use the same pictures because they seem to be very effective. And basically, you know, Facebook is not a big fan of promoting, you know, sending people to a link, and, you know, sending them to a business opportunity. So basically what you want to do is you want to create a post with engagement, okay? So what I did here was I took a picture of some money, and I wrote, are you fed up with not having enough money during the holidays, or thinking about how I'm going to pay off my credit card bills? Discover how I use social media as my own personal ATM machine. You know, and if you want to see how I did this, like this post, share this post, and comment. I want in. And basically what happens is, I started this morning. I already have 4 comments. I have 2 shares. And the good thing is you have a lot of people messaging you. So Facebook likes this, one, because you're not sending a link. Number 2, what's good about this is you actually start to engage people. And since they're already on Facebook, you actually get to chat with them in the message center. And you can tell them, hey, you know, what are you looking to do? Why are you looking to make money, et cetera, et cetera. And you can actually, you have a more qualified lead than you would. And then in the chat, you can send them to your capture page, capture their email address. And it just makes for a better experience for the person. You know, you disqualify them right away because, you know, if they're not interested, you're not wasting your time with them. So you can do it like that, okay? The third option is really the creating an actual ad through Ads Manager. We won't get into that. It's, you know, it's really complicated. It's not really complicated, but you could do it. The one thing I did want to talk about is video. Video is a very effective way, cheap way to get leads, right? So basically what you could do is you could talk about your story on how you became online, you know, what success you've had. Even if you're brand new, you can talk about how you got your first lead or how you got your first sale. And you can actually post that video, like maybe a minute to 2-minute video. And what I would do is I would post that, and then you can do the same thing, is that you can actually go into Ads Manager. You can actually get video views, okay? And the same people that you've targeted in here, where did it go? Right here, saved audiences, okay? Here's the audience that we created, right? It's already here. And basically what you can do is you can do $5, right? And you see how we targeted that audience. It says your audience is defined, right? It's an exact definition of who we're going. The 1.2 million. You can actually have video views as low as like 0.0003 cents. And what's good thing about Facebook is that Facebook will actually tell you who, you know, how long they viewed the video for. Did they stop it at 3 seconds, at 10 seconds? Did they watch the whole thing? And then, you know, I'll talk about this on the next webinar, is you can actually create audiences from people that watched your video. So Facebook is very smart about keeping those analytics, and you don't have to actually go in there into audience insights and build your own audience. Facebook will go out and find the people that watched your video. So that's a great way to get some cheap views. If you're on a limited budget, make a quick video about yourself. You can do it from your phone, upload it on Facebook. Don't do a YouTube video. Make sure you upload it into Facebook. And what will happen is you'll get really cheap video views, and you can, let me see if I have it. Some of the views I have videos that have tons and tons of views on it, and it was less than it was very, very, very cheap. So let me see if I can. I don't know why my internet is so slow. I apologize for that. So that's that. What else did we want to cover today? All right, the last tip before we get into questions. Let me see if I have a request. Okay. So the bonus. Okay. So what I discovered this website the other day. It's probably one of the coolest websites I've seen. Basically, when you're doing any type of copy, and by copy, I mean when you're writing your ads, when you're writing up emails to your lists, it can get very difficult, and sometimes you don't know if you wrote a good email or not, or a good copy, right? Especially when you're writing ads. I've always struggled with, is my ad effective? The other thing I forgot to mention that just came to mind, when you do those ads, if you're not doing a boost to post, but you're doing the other video ads, and you're not getting a lot of views, there is what Facebook calls a relevancy score. And once you created the ad, you can click in there on the right side. It will show you the relevancy ad. And basically what that does is it tells you how relevant your video or your ad is. Basically, it means are people watching it and clicking on it. If it's below 5, I did a video the other day, it was like a 4. So I killed the ad. Don't waste your money on it. If it's in the 8, 9, 10 range, then you have a knockout ad. So keep that in mind. So back to this copy checking ad. It's called, I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It's called the Hemingway app. I'll bring it up here. Basically what this does is it tells you if your story, your email, is it hard to read? Does it have too many adverbs in it? It gives you options for using different words. So I had written an email which I thought was my best email I've ever written. It was the greatest thing ever. I put it in here and it told me the readability was bad. I had about 20 sentences that were hard to read. So all you do is basically you just take your text and you just copy and paste it in here. It's called the Hemingway app, and it'll actually tell you what's wrong with your writing. And especially if you have sentences that are very hard to read. Basically, if you're putting ads out there, people looking on their cell phones, they're reading very quickly, they're not paying attention. So what I would recommend is use this tool. It's free. You can buy the desktop version for like 20 bucks and just keep it locally, but the app works just as well. And before you email anything out, or before you even place an ad, just take what you're writing and copy and paste it in here, and see, and just see, how well is it written. That one adjustment in your headline on your ad might be the difference between getting that, that sale or not getting that sale. So that was my tip I wanted to give you. I'm going to end the sharing. So we are up to 8:40. Quite a few people still on. Do we have any questions? Any questions from anybody? Okay, awesome. So I will let you go. Thank you very much for attending. For all the folks that are friends with me on Facebook already, or you have my email, I'll send you the replay of this. I hope you found it useful. I would appreciate your feedback. If there's anything you want to see on the next one. Next one, I'd like to get into Ads Manager and talk more about the Power Editor. Power Editor is very useful. And then probably the third series, the third part of this, I'll talk about pixels. But I hope you found this useful. And like I said, if you want to get a hold of me, please feel free. Happy to answer any questions you have. So have a great night, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.